breaking news from a shopping mall in Louisville. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Fine.
And I'm Christy Nelson. Police there are investigating a shooting inside the Vista Ridge shopping mall. Now, what we understand is that a man shot himself as he was being escorted out of the mall by a security guard. This is believed to have started with a domestic dispute.
Yeah, we want to turn now to NBC5's Randy McElwain, who is live on the scene. Randy, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we're headed. This is on the south side of the mall, the Vista Ridge Mall right now. It's the location where we're dealing with right now. What we're being told is that this was a domestic dispute, that an individual in the last hour or so a man came inside of the Vista Ridge Mall. He confronted either his wife or spouse, or girlfriend. We don't know the exact relationship between him and the young woman, but he confronted her at her place of business. And apparently what we're told is that they had a verbal argument that got loud and security was called in. As security was escorting him from the mall, we're told that he pulled a weapon and then fired that weapon. Now, the wound that he has received has been described to us as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We do not know if this was some kind of attempted suicide or if he simply accidentally shot himself as he was pulling the weapon, or if he intended to do someone else harm as he was pulling the weapon. What we are being told, though, is that the weapon belonged to him, the gun was his, that he pulled the handgun, and he ultimately wound up shooting himself. Again, we're here on the mall grounds right now, actually driving on the southwest side of the mall, and that's the area where this whole area is concentrated right now. It's kind of difficult to see as we're moving around the mall area, trying to get a better vantage point, and hoping not to get kicked off the property. But that is what we can tell you right now. That again, this is a self-inflicted gunshot wound by a man who apparently confronted his wife, who works inside the mall, within the last hour. We're told that he is going to be taken to the hospital. He will likely be charged. They have not called out care flight. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign at this point. We're still trying to gather some information.
Yeah, Randy, actually, we were told care flight had been called and then was told to turn around, so he would be transported by ground. I do want to make this clear, though, because people see the words mall shooting, and obviously there's a lot of concern. The only person injured is the shooter. Nobody else injured as far as we know, correct?
Nobody else was injured, and I don't believe right now anyone else was actually threatened with a handgun. Again, he apparently did not produce his handgun during the course of the argument that he was having inside the mall with the young woman that he was arguing with. He did not produce a handgun at that time. We're told that the handgun was actually produced as he was being escorted outside of the mall. We are actually seeing some firefighters and paramedics leaving the scene here. There is mall security in vehicles that are very visible all around the grounds right now, but they aren't restricting people from coming or going right now. The mall is not in a lockdown situation. It does not appear that there's a threat to anyone else here on the grounds right now.
Yeah, and Randy, from our vantage point from Chopper 5, we actually can't see a lot of those security and police vehicles out there, and people are walking in and out of the mall. So again, it appears that not much has been affected, but were any of the businesses affected at all? Did anyone have to close their doors for any period at all?
I don't know, Christy. I couldn't tell you that right now. All I know is that this happened as they were escorting him out of the building. So they may have thought that they had this whole thing under control, that at least the argument had stopped, and that he was leaving the building. But then he pulls a gun and he ends up shooting himself. So we have not heard that any other businesses have been shut down. I'm seeing people moving in and out of the mall as police are here. There's a heavy police presence, but again, no one is being restricted from going in or going out at this time. It does not appear that any businesses, at least in the foyer area of the mall or any restaurants in the area that are right here by this entrance here on the sort of southwest side near the Cinemark, has been closed down at all at this point. So it doesn't appear that business is being...
Back to breaking news now, and new information and images from inside the Vista Ridge Mall. These are the first shots of the crime scene. Investigators say a man confronted a female friend, was being escorted out of the mall by security when he pulled out a gun and shot himself. We have now confirmed that that man is dead.
Now here's a live shot from Chopper 5. We are getting more information about this. Just to make it clear, no one else was targeted. This man only shot himself. We'll have the latest on NBC5 News at 6, and we'll see you then.